Hi, Shannon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
We are good. It's been a party so far, and we hope that
So
you
I
are
see.
loving the vibes because we were trying to set the energy for you because we wanted to make sure that the vibe was not low. One of the things that I wanted to really touch on because with reading your bio, one thing that resonates with us as this show, it's always mental health, self-awareness, self-care, and empowerment, whether it be men and women, and that is something that you firmly believe in. So, can you talk
Yes.
to us about your foundations that you have?
So when I first started in pageantry, it was all about finding myself. So building my confidence and becoming aware of my surroundings and what best aligns within my universe. I'll say, right. And when I first started this, I was a single mother at that time. So like 17 years ago, I got into pageantry, and I was using this as a self development tool for myself. So sort of build on my confidence, to build on my speaking skills, because I thought I really sucked back then when I was when I was public speaking, right? So part of my foundation, Lady Entrepreneur, it's all about empowering women and providing single mothers the resources and the tools to find their own voice and their platform, especially when it comes to financial dependency, because that's my everyday business. I run a mortgage brokerage called Green Lending. We do private lending and mortgages. So it was all about how can I help elevate these women to find their dependency and be able to spend more time with their family, because that's what I wanted to do at such a young age when I was growing up with my first child. And then now with Mrs. Universe, it's all about building up the queens within the Caribbean. I know lots of queens worldwide, but my main platform is Mrs. Universe Jamaica, and I'm loving it. Like the things that we're just out there doing, following the other queens on their journey. It's amazing, and I just love seeing it.
Oh, go ahead, Bishop.
So, what are the qualifications to be a part of the pageant?
The basic qualifications for Mrs. Universe Jamaica is that you're between the ages of 18 to 55, you're married, widowed, divorced, or in a common law relationship. And most importantly, you have to either be Jamaican born or be of Jamaican heritage.
So,
Mm.
wait a minute, all the way up to 55?
All the way up to 55.
Down here we got women that's 30 that look 55.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get them a shot. Hey, all right, I get that.
You retarded, but look, they're still in the age scope, so it'll still
Right.
work.
Exactly. As long as they meet the age scope, they're in.
All right, cool. I'm gonna pass the word over to them old liquor sales. All right.
All right, hold on, Bishop. Hold on, Bishop. You gotta get quiet. Rick, go ahead,
Is
Rick.
he speechless?
How
Mm-hmm.
how did it feel to become Miss Universe?
It was an amazing and exhilarating experience when I took the crown and the appointment of Mrs. Universe Jamaica. Being able to represent my parents, who are both Jamaicans, who immigrated from Jamaica to Canada at a very young age. And most of all, going back, and now I have the opportunity to learn way much more about the culture. And then just being able to resonate and be a representation and a voice for little girls growing up, and even older women, because in some older women, they feel like they haven't gotten their voice out there. So any little thing that I can do to help an individual or leave that impact, that's what I'm about.
Mm.
When I was a kid, right, I used to think that Jamaica, it was nothing but black people there. It was just all dark skinned people, no light skin, nothing, right? Can you explain to people who thought like I once did, how diverse is it there?
It's very diverse. You got everybody in Jamaica. You got white, you got Chinese, you got Indian. Actually, my great grandfather, he was Indian. Um, you got everybody there. So I know it's not just you. There were other people that thought
Right.
that way. Even still today, I find there are that handful of people that be like, "You're Jamaican? You don't look like you're Jamaican.
Yeah.
Really?"
Now, I tell you though, all jokes aside, I would pay to hear a Chinese person who lived in Jamaica for the last 10 years how they talk.
Oh, listen,
I
when
want
you
to
go
know.
to when you go to Jamaica, or even like here sometimes, or wherever you may be, and you hear a white person or a Jamaican person or even an Indian person, matter of fact, it's just like, wow, you just want to sit there and listen to the accents. It's amazing, man.
Yeah,
How
man.
hard
Yeah.
was it for you when you first got into pageantry to kind of not hide your accent, but be able to speak clearly enough to be understood?
Well, so for me, I would say that my accent was always clear
Okay.
because so I was actually born in Canada, and I'm able to carry the Jamaican title because of my parents, because of my
Gotcha.
heritage. So so like for us Canadians, or for Canadian children growing up in a Jamaican family, when you try to talk patois, they turn around and look at you and be like, "You're not Jamaican, so stop it." All
Oh,
right. But we still do it. We still do it whenever we want, right? Because it's a part of us. Or it's like, hey, if you don't want us to speak, why do you speak it to us at home then?
Yeah.
I always wondered that. Like, is that does that ever come off as offensive when people try to speak patois, or just the accent in general, and not necessarily the way that they say certain words?
I would say, like, for today, sometimes it's more of a, like, especially if it's a you're somebody who's not Jamaican and saying it to a Jamaican, they're gonna look at you and be like, "All right, mm-hmm, no, just stop right now." Or, if it's a really close relationship, it's one of those jokey, laughing things, and it's all about
Mhm.
fun vibes, a good time, right? And then they're going to laugh
Gotcha.
at you and make fun of you.
Yeah, I'm around Jamaicans a lot, and in the middle of a sentence, they'll switch. I mean, they go back and forth like it's nothing, and I'm just like, "You gonna pick one?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me catch up. I wish I understood most of the stuff, but I love it.
Yeah, that's like my dad and my mom, for example. They sound like they just came off of the boat yesterday. They still got their deep accent and everything, right? But they've been here for like um they've been in Canada for over 30 years now.
Hmm.
And well, like my dad will be talking sometimes, and then somebody comes up and then he starts speaking English. We'll look at him like, no, just stop, because that's not working for you.
Like, all of the responsibilities and everything that come with that, just because I know once you guys win a pageantry, I mean, a pageant, it does not stop there. So with all of the responsibilities and things that come with that, how does that weigh on you as a woman?
So, one, I believe, anybody who's getting into pageantry, you need to also think about your time management and your balance in your life, especially if you have kids, if you have a spouse at home, whether it be a husband or common law relationship, as you know, there's different eligibilities. But you're absolutely right. The work does not stop. I feel like when I got in 2021 with this title, I'm doing even more work now, and we're in 2023. So
Mm,
for me as a woman, I have to find my balance, and I have to keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, I have to remember I have a family. I run a full-time business with a team, and I have to remember that all of these things are important to me, just as the same way I hold my title and my responsibilities out there to the public, as the same way as my business. So I think it's just something important. Even, like, write it down. What is your plan? How do you see yourself now, tomorrow, in the future? Because once you have a title, you're always going to have it, even if it's 10 years from now, 5 years from now. It's something that's going to always follow you.
mm.
You can find me on Instagram at SG Lady Maestro, or you can follow us at Mrs. Universe Jamaica. Definitely follow us there so you can follow the journey of all of the lovely ladies that are jumping on board for 2023. We are going to be crowning our new queen in Jamaica in July. So follow us. So stay tuned for all that information. Hey, viewers, my name is Shannon Green, and you're tuned in to Party Mode Live, the party before the party.